Hey everyone, just a quick update and just to have this in the journal, I just wanted to add some more dates and times here. Today is the 24th of Feb. This was about, uh, I'm not going to talk too much about the jab and having pages on the forum. This was the main thing. This goes back a lot further, but the main thing was these. I said to get rid of these. This was back in June the 3rd, 2021. I gave them the heads up back on the 4th of June 2021 when I had enough evidence coming in from 2020 about, can't talk too much about the election, can't talk too much about COVID because YouTube has gone full commie on that and will delete. I've lost multiple channels. These PMs, so I got banned for basically this COVID. This is one of them, but there's multiple. If you search, there's Russian ones as well. Talking about, taking this fucking shit. I warned them back then, and he said, thanks for the heads up. Nothing wrong with the thread. So it doesn't have the date, but it was back they'd have the records. It was back on the 4th of June. Obviously, I've lost my account, so I can't check it because when you're posting, it's in the minutes. PMs are from the start. So I gave them the heads up. I gave them links and I'm not going to say it because of YouTube, but on Facebook, and Facebook groups were getting deleted at the time as well. So, I mean, it was all pretty much, unless you're stupid. That's why I can't work out if these guys are complicit or just brain dead stupid. I don't think they're that stupid. And especially the guys at DCS. They build planes down to the rivet. They can't research like a scientific paper, one, or I send them, and I send them heaps of them. Plus I've got my whole website, and this is another point. So I've got my whole website here, and it's full, like, 13,000 scientists and physicians. This guy is Dr. Malone. He invented mRNA, so come on. So I've got, the summit, with the declaration. I've got, crimes. I've got multiple doctors, and the inventor. And he was even on Joe Rogan, where Joe Rogan almost got his show off Spotify and Rumble. This is Rumble Video. This is where I mostly post because you know what YouTube's like these days. Gone full commie. Rumble actually offered him $100 million to come across on a free speech platform. That's where the world's at. But, DCS can't take this crap off their website with a tiny little bit of research. I don't think so. There's something not right here. So anyway, this goes back further than that because I started researching way back in 2020. So Big Newy, I spoke to him, November the 26th of November 2020 was when I first actually contacted them. That one was later because I saw them on the thread on DCS and warned them about it. I'm saying, guys, are you doing any research on this? Because, I don't expect them to say anything, but they could at least say it's experimental and we don't want that on the forum because it is. You're a guinea pig. It's never been tested. Well, it's been a small group tested. You know what I mean. So this went way back though because I was sending him stuff back then because that was related to the election. You can't say that too much about that either on YouTube. You get canned for that. So this is Lee. She's a human rights attorney talking about interference for the election.
Hey folks, and determine if there was any funny business going on in those elections. Is that a coincidence? I doubt it. Moreover, this executive order is not child's play. Any lawyer who reads this order can tell you that. It directs the Director of National Intelligence to conduct a threat assessment that gets delivered to AG Barr.
I won't go too far on that because it'll get others will, YouTube will have a wig out. So I've got all that, and the engineers, architects. This was about the third building that not many people know about in 9/11 that fell down, and 3,000 architects and engineers demanding the investigation. You know what I mean? Because it's all related. But what you can do, so here's some more of that fucking virus thing. Same with the ex-Pfizer physician. But anyway, I just wanted to know. So this goes way back, November the 26th, and they still haven't done shit. Nine Line, same thing. I sent him all this. This was in Britain.
Crimes being cited are misfeasance in public office, misconduct in public office.
On and on and on. They've still put the COVID fucking jab here as well, and he's just gone, you need to get some help, man. You're ill. So, not debating any of it. I've got all the links. I've got all the documents. I've got all the documents on my site, so you can come to True Love Faith and the COVID. I've got all the scientists, all the documentation, all listed, and it goes on and on and on and on and on. I've got just tons of it now. It's like just crazy, silly. Media's not covering it, obviously, because they're fully complicit. Most are mainstream. Anyway, it's strange what's going on with DCS. I'm not sure. Like, they can't be that silly. They have to be complicit in it, or absolutely stupid, which I find highly doubt. So I just wanted to verify that. That was the big one, just the big newie. So this goes way back. I gave them a heads up about what was going on and what is going on. What does this roll into? Well, you're going to see it up to March. This is Australia. This is in our capital. You're not seeing much of that on the news, I bet. This is a convoy to what we had. So this is Ricardo. So he's ex-SAS. He's going to be leading Australia and getting us out of this.
But it is clear that now the government fears us. After years of persistent abuse of the Constitution, during which time they have betrayed, robbed, injured and killed the Australian people, we have had enough. And we are not alone. Internationally, the people are rising up.
That's Canada as well.
Peacefully against the unlawful and criminal excesses of those whom they have elected. Millions.
Canada's basically on full commie now. You've probably seen that. This is New York. So this is next. This is what we're waiting on, the People's Convoy, the American. And that's started now. So as we speak, it's rolling from California to DC side, and then the other ones are going to start a bit later, so they all join up in DC.
How you doing out there? A little while ago, I appreciate his enthusiasm and his passion, because we need to leave this place empowered. You understand? It's not good enough to just come here and listen to speeches and go back home and get comfortable again. We are at war. We are at war for our family, our children, our lives. The 14th Amendment gives us due process. It guarantees us equal protection.
So yeah, she's great. So this is on the home of my website homepage, so you can get to it easy. And then underneath that, you can click on the I've got all the links to this convoy that started up for America. Obviously, this is going to be huge. This is something the mainstream media is not going to be able to hide or play with. I've got some the Epic Times here as well.
And others have come to.
It's about the only news station you can get. I've got a few others on the site that you can
Something we've been divorced.
I got some maps, and they've set up the barbed wire again. They're doing the commie setup around the bloody Capitol again for Biden's speech which is March, which is the end of this month, and they'll be in DC at March. So, you know what I mean? It's getting there. They've got the same fencing around in Canada.
For 3 weeks, to the trucker convoy. Who knows how many Canadians came in and out of Ottawa?
They're sort of exposing like how tyrannical the governments have gotten, basically, and it's time to everyone's got to step up. Everyone. It's not about taking up arms. It's about non-complying. Everyone's programmed. Everyone's complying. You've got to stop it. It's just silly now. 2/3 of the population. If you watch Dr. Malone's one with Joe Rogan, he goes into mass psychosis because that's what you're seeing. Basically, the next stage of what they did in Germany. So to make it easier. So these days, people are programmed just to do whatever the TV tells them to do. They've lost their cognitive ability. And I've got a video of Ricardo talking about that here, this one. So it's cognitive warfare, the battle for your mind.
It's actually progressed beyond information warfare. It's now cognitive warfare. The mind is the battle space. And again, for your non-military viewers, the battle...
I'll just stop it there in case he says something too much. I've got some army ones from Canada as well and all that sort of stuff on here. So yeah, so I just wanted to verify that and just bring that up to speed, how far back this goes for when this comes out. I just want to have it as fact. I'm not worried too much about DCS, but I'm concerned. I mean, I've been on there since 2013 and these guys are acting very strange. So I wanted it fully recorded and documented because this to me now, at this, how far it's gone, is fully not right, like unacceptable, totally. So there's something going on here and they'll have to explain themselves at some point. Anyway, if you want to check out my site, you can. It's mostly about this war and I've got a good Red Pill page. I've got all the protesting stuff basic on the front because people that don't know what's going on, you need to sort of walk them into it, that type of thing. And then I've got all the videos of people protesting around the world that you're not seeing on mainstream because honest journalism is dead. And we are their resistance. So, and then I got the Red Pill page. That goes right into it. And I don't pull any punches anymore. The pivotal, this moment, and this one's a good one, all the agendas, and I have all the agendas of them, the elites of what they've been up to.
This is a plan that was agreed to by 179 nations. It's called the Agenda for the 21st Century. It's a totalitarian state being developed right now all over the world.
Don't worry, it ain't going to happen. Joe Rogan talks about how the World Economic Forum has infiltrated the governments, and they have, all of them. It only seems like they're our governments. They're actually puppets because they control the money supply. Well, they have. We are changing that as well. They want the Great Reset. We don't want the Great Reset. They want to have a full... vaccine passports, vaccines every year. That was their plan, all that sort of stuff. So we don't want that. And it's exposed on Joe Rogan.
Direct quote, though, on Open. Blair's Open. During the Iraq War, Blair drove it, right?
Just to slowly move the goalposts
towards more and more authoritarianism. Checkpoint society. It's all there. They told us this.
People have to realize this, right? This is important.
Yeah.
I've got all links to that and to the World Economic Forum. This is about, they are nutbags, transhumanism and stuff. This is the head guy that talks to the Klaus. He looks evil. He should be patting a cat, that guy, on the forum. And he's...
Now, in the past, many tyrants and governments wanted to do it, but nobody understood biology well enough. And nobody had enough computing power and data to hack millions of people. Neither the Gestapo nor the KGB could do it. But soon, at least some corporations and governments will be able to systematically hack all the people. We humans should get used to the idea that we are no longer mysterious souls. We are now hackable animals. Data might enable human elites.
Yeah, basically, psychopaths, narcissistic, you know, they have it all on their website. And he's even written, like Klaus has written these books, The Great Reset, and they're just, you know what I mean. Same with Lockstep. This is the Rockefeller Lockstep. This was back in 2010.
In 2010, the deep state had the Rockefeller Foundation script a plan to introduce martial law and a permanent method for total control of the citizenry. In this plan that they disguised as an academic scenario, as they called it, the method they would use to gain complete prison-like control of the entire population was to infect them with a...
I won't say too much more because it'll get banned off YouTube. You can come here and watch it. Same with the scripted. This is a simulation done in New York 5 months prior.
Time to be relevant.
Event 201 took place 5 months before COVID-19.
I won't say too much because you know what I mean. YouTube's just gone full commie, like Nightline. True Love Faith. So this is under Red Pill. So on the front page, I've got it right at the top, right at the bottom. You go Red Pill here. And I've got loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of info, plus the documentaries, hundreds of hours. And it's fully, this Fall of the Cabal, it's got full documentation that you can look up in it. Like, it's pretty in your face.
Power strong and so all-encompassing that people will be shocked to the core. Is it a good thing? Yes. Wish evil I know brilliantly is first the truth. Let's start with a recent forest fire.
Anyway, there's so many parts to this, it's not funny. And I've just listed them here because it's a bit hard to go through them on the actual BitChute. Obviously, it's on BitChute. You can't put this stuff on, you know, YouTube. It just gets canned because they want you dumb. They only want you knowing, learning certain things, if you know what I mean. Algorithms work that way. So you don't learn, so you stay dumb. So I'm not sure if that's like, you know, these guys' problems on DCS, but I highly doubt it because they're not. And the guys on DCS, you know, they can build planes down to the rivet. And they can't look up, you know, a simple one scientist that actually created mRNA and make, you know, an assumption and say, don't post this here, it's emergency use only, you know. It's not rocket science, man, but they haven't. So as far as I'm concerned, at this point, they are fully complicit. Anyway, thanks for watching.
Basically what we're experiencing right now is two master chess players sitting at the board. And one of them looks down at the board and sees that he's in checkmate in 7 moves. And he looks across at his opponent and he knows that his opponent sees it too. So there's no getting out of it. So at this point, the loser can only prolong the game. Both players know the game is over. It's only a matter of time before he does this, and then you're forced to do this, and then he's forced to do this, and eventually checkmate. Based on the rules of the game, the bad guys have already lost, the good guys have already won. Yes, there's moves left on the table, but those moves are being forced by the player that is going to win. The only way that checkmate can't happen is if the player that's winning makes a mistake. But from all of the information that I've gathered, all of the information that's been given, all of the information that's been vetted to me, it seems pretty obvious that the good guy player on the side of the chessboard knows exactly what has to be done to win the game. And so at this point, any mistake would be all but impossible. And I'm sure most people sitting watching a chess match between two advanced chess players know the game's over long after the two players know it's over, because they can't see the board and see that there's only 7 moves left.